Was he reading a magazine?
That looks like a Thomas guide. Wow.
What is he throwing? Yo, this guy doesn't care about the fucking turtles. This guy. Oh, we have a chase. Oh, fuck yeah, let's go. There's a car here. Let me get out of the raid. Actually, fuck it, I'll just hide. Just hide right here. Well, hide right here, brother. We got ourselves a chase.
Because where this pursuit suspect actually is, going northbound on the 110, passing the 91, at least a little further back, there wasn't that much traffic to deal with. But now as we progress northbound, Colleen, as you were saying, you start to kind of work in between that zone where there's stop and go traffic as you approach the 105 and as you continue northbound through downtown. And you can see there a little bit of traffic building. The suspect going all the way
what's that out the sunroof?
those lanes to that far right lane, using a bit of the shoulder there.
What is hanging out of the car?
Taking any chances, staying right behind this.
Wait, what is that?
You know, an open gap of no traffic here. You can see that box truck getting out of the way. They hear the lights, they see the sirens, and they're hopefully
a flag. Why has he got a flag hanging out?
To try and stay out of the way, and we hope that all drivers do that when you see those sirens, when you hear those sirens and see the lights coming your way. We hope that you pull.
Oh, yeah, it's a flag.
In this kind of situation.
What flag is that? Is that Jamaica?
This driver fidgeting around, this driver moving around, grabbing, you know, a cell phone, possibly a weapon.
He's in the Benz, baby. Damn, he's in the Benz.
And they have been driving relatively dangerously. Now using the shoulder on this 110 northbound, passing Redondo Beach Boulevard, kind of thinking about whether they want to take that exit, and now we're leaning a little bit more towards the left, which means this driver is going to commit to the 110 northbound, you know, and we're going to go
should we put the, you guys want the camera down there? Is that better?
Staying close behind this one.
Yeah, you cannot expect to go much further north on the 110 freeway and not.
Oh, that cop is boosting on
traffic at this time of day. I mean, it's just going to happen, but that's not necessarily something that is what we want to see, because the way this person is driving, lane splitting, going across back and forth into the carpool.
Wait, so what flag is that? Does anyone know? I have no idea what that is.
Shoulder is one of those things that I've always found very troubling in these chases, because it's just something that the person who's in
he was on, you see, he was on a phone, I think, with his hand. He had something in his right hand in there.
I don't see 7 police cars coming on the heels of this, so it's very dangerous.
I don't get the flag. Why does he have the flag?
At this point, is not going unusual speeds to try to elude authorities, but it is a very dangerous pursuit, and it could get much worse as this person gets into traffic if we find out he's armed, or if they are armed.
Because this is a suspected
armed robbery suspect.
But we do not know exactly
what did he rob?
The armed robbery may have taken place. So again, we do treat this as a suspected armed robbery suspect. And again, you know, this driver is going in and out of lanes and then going into that fast pass area. So yeah.
Look at this guy, bro.
And the driver. Yeah, Colleen, we got a tip here.
Yo, represent!
Assignment desk was also here that there might be on the driver's lap, so we're trying to zoom in again.
Wait, there's an animal?
I need to interrupt you for just a moment. We're going to end our live coverage here. We're going to continue on our streaming at abc7.com or on our ABC7 Los Angeles app. But we're going to go to World News Tonight with David Muir next.
We'll be back for Eyewitness News at 4 o'clock. Have a great afternoon. We'll see you on the stream.
Wait, he's stopping. Oh, what does he do? Oh, he's going into like the express lane. Wait, no, put it back. Wait,
several developing stories.
I'm on ABC7.
Several developing stories as we come on the air just out.
Nah, dude, what? They said they were continuing it. Chad, who's got a link?
Good morning. This is Eyewitness.
They said they were continuing. They lied, bro. Thanks for eating the timeout. I appreciate you, bro.
As I suspected, now into the.
You're a god, man. 8 to 10 second timeout for us to get the feed.
Northbound 110.
Yeah, you really called it, Desmond. The 110 and the 105 traffic would start getting heavy on this Thursday afternoon, and this is exactly what we're seeing. A robbery.
This one's kind of poo-poo quality, though. Could someone get a better link?
Here, LAPD behind them is.
This one's got not a lot of pixels on the screen.
Called in yet to join in on this pursuit. So far, the LAPD continuing chase here of what we think, Amy, is just one person behind the wheel there. We don't know if there's someone else inside the car. What we did see earlier was a little bit of agitation, a lot of moving around. I think he had his cell phone in his hand too, from what we could see. And again, the big mystery.
Oh, wait.
And again, the big mystery.
Why did it go? Okay, that's better. Why was it on 480p?
We also heard it could be maybe Jamaica. Yeah. So it could be a towel, it could be a sarong. Who knows what it is? But it's very unusual. And also, if you're trying to get away from police, I mean, you're basically letting them know this is where you're at because it's so easy to spot, right?
Exactly. And that change.
Yeah, this guy is weird.
To the express lanes. That's been
the whole flag thing, like.
Then rolling up the windows, it appeared that he was closing the sunroof as well, it almost seemed as though he was trying to pull the flag in, but we don't know. The sunroof is still open, but the windows.
Like, is he just memeing right now? Is that the thing with the flag?
So we cannot see if there is anyone else in the back, but at this point it does appear that it's just one person in that car. This pursuit starting about 40 minutes or so ago?
Yeah, I would say about 40 minutes ago, and I just, for context for everyone, we are about 2 exits away from where this started.
Oh.
So I'm very curious to see if he tries to get off the 110 and go back onto surface streets where he does. And if that happens, it's going to be really difficult for SkyCal because for people who don't know, the 110 right here is in what's called Bravo airspace, and we're not allowed to stop along the 110. We have to continue north to get out of the airspace here. So if he gets off the freeway here, we'll probably lose him. But I'm just curious to see that if he gets off where this all started or if he's going to go into some
Bravo airspace.
But, he has returned to this area. And, even when it started, he got on the 110, got off the 110. And
is it Bravo airspace?
South, right in this area until he finally stayed on the 110 and went down to the 105. So, yeah, we'll have to see if maybe that's.
Oh, he definitely knows he's being watched.
Always,
he was waving the flag out the sunroof before. 100%.
Exactly what he's going to do.
Yeah, a lot of times we know that they do stick to an area that they were very familiar with. You wonder sometimes if they are trying to set things up so that they can, run into a home or try to get help from someone. Of course, we can see this cruiser is close behind, and this driver still refusing to pull over. This person
This guy is definitely not getting away with this strategy.
Yeah, that's what it was. A little conflicting right at the beginning, but it did sound like that there were.
This guy's got to change the strat if he wants to get out of this.
Because we did when we were initially listening.
He's doing 53 on the highway with a flag flapping out the sunroof.
Possible that they were just passengers in this car. This has all been the same car, but that's a little bit conflicting what we're trying to sort out right now. But we do know that this.
He's not getting away.
On from wherever the other people got out of the car, and officers were trying to detain them in that South LA area. And as we're talking, we're basically passing where this whole thing started right now on Slauson. So again, he doesn't look like he's getting over, as Des was talking about, staying in those express lanes. And interesting, it looks like he's got room to run, but they're not really going higher than freeway speed limits.
And Mike, talking about once again that flight restriction, when does it open up once again? You said we have to keep going north. We can't hover, we can't stay in the area, and that's because what, of the LAX flight path?
So it's the LAX flight path and the police helicopter. So when basically
where does this ramp go to?
Under the commercial aircraft that are coming into LAX, we have to be at a much lower altitude, and if there's a police helicopter,
we'll stay on CBS. If this goes down, we'll go to ABC. This is fine right now.
In the Bravo airspace because of the safety concerns with the aircraft overhead as well as the police helicopters down below. So
is this the express lane?
Right around USC.
I don't know Cali highways.
Pretty quickly. So as long as he continues north and makes it through the north end of the Bravo, then we should be free to kind of move around. This would be the first time that he's coming this far north, though.
So news helicopters fly higher than police helicopters. Police can fly a little lower, right?
Correct. Yeah. For example, the police helicopter that's on this right now is at about 500 feet, it looks like, and SkyCal's at 900. Now, generally, SkyCal likes to be at 12 to 1300, but we can't do this in that area because of the planes that are landing on top of us.
Wait, why would they want to be higher up?
It really is, and we're just continuing to watch, and this driver still hasn't, really exceeded much of the speed limit, 65.
The owner of this car is going to be pissed at the tolls. This guy's racking up a toll bill on the. He's racking up tolls on this guy's car.
While all dangerous, they are a bit safer on the freeways because everyone is heading in the same direction. You don't have the pedestrians out there. You don't have the stoplights. You don't have the people that are not expecting a car to be at this speed. But things
It's
seem
obviously safer, right, on the freeway.
absolutely.
And you know, we
New
talk
Tarkov,
about
I can
just
hear
behind
the
me, there's a
wind
story
in
about,
Tarkov.
you know, dangerous pursuits and how they can be deadly, and one of the factors is, of course, speed, and that is probably
Dude, this guy's going so slow.
LAPD is continuing with this because we haven't seen those crazy high speeds or the reckless driving.
He's doing 40 miles an hour on the highway.
Speeds. It does look like it's getting a little heavier traffic there, so maybe that's why he's slowing down. But yeah, nothing terribly crazy speed-wise. And I got to go back and look, since this is a robbery suspect. So LAPD also does the tracking mode where the ground units will back off. Because of the want of this vehicle, because it's wanted for robbery, it may not be eligible for tracking. There are certain crimes that if a suspect is wanted for that are not eligible for tracking, and LAPD will not track them. They will stay engaged in the pursuit the entire time. That's possible that robbery is one of those things that is not eligible for tracking.
Is that probably because this person had a weapon for
Could
that
very,
robbery?
Dude, he's going so slow. What is?
Now we're coming almost to.
Oh, wait, what?
Pushing back.
What are you,
Desmond,
bro?
let's,
What
Jeff,
is this
what's going
strat?
on over here?
Yeah.
This guy just went into traffic.
Pilot Jeff was telling me that the express lanes were stopped up ahead, and the reason for
Bro,
that,
what is this? This guy, what are you doing?
Because if they would have continued farther, they would have been forced onto where the express lanes end at Adams, which would have been a perfect.
Imagine if one of these guys in like a truck just like rams into
Now
him.
we are kind of underneath that flyover. Yeah, look
Another
at that. Look,
CHP.
you had that unit that was right there. I would not be surprised at all if they had some spike strips going on. We'll try to get to the.
Oh
east
yeah,
side
that guy was posted waiting for him,
around
huh?
this. The flyovers will be ending shortly, and yep, here
There
we go.
is.
Okay. And there is the suspect. So now in the center divider. So that is not a legal lane. That's not an express lane. That is the center divider that the suspect.
Whoa,
is
wait, he's
45
driving.
miles an hour here as they get around that really, really awful traffic. So now we are adjacent to USC. And really, anywhere the suspect goes on the freeway, they are going to be in some really, really gnarly traffic. It is just the beginning of afternoon rush hour, and I think the center divider is going to end.
Bro, this guy is.
There as well.
He's stuck.
Get out of this
Oh, there he is with the flag. He made it easy for us to spot him with the flag hanging out the top.
Almost in downtown Los Angeles.
And Desmond, are we outside the Bravo restricted area?
We are north of that, but now,
Like,
you know,
he can't make it any easier to spot the car he's
separate
in.
issue with all of the tall buildings,
Right.
And whatnot that can create, you know.
Sure, we got a high speed 14 mile an hour chase right here.
The suspect's strategy is, I was thinking earlier, you know, they were headed towards LAX and making it a really difficult decision for us. We were trying to decide how are we going to get to this, because you have to make a decision with either going down the 110 or over towards the 405. You know, you can't go direct because of that LAX airspace, and it almost seemed like maybe the suspect was doing that on purpose. I just threw something out the window.
Oh!
Wow, that looked like
A gun. He threw a gun.
So quickly,
Real fast.
something out the window. It looked like
He threw a
it
gun.
could have been a gun. It could have been a cell phone, some kind of black object. Almost looked to me like it might have been.
Bro, if you're gonna throw the gun, do it under the underpass, you idiot.
It happened so quickly there, but
Why would you wait until you're not?
south of the 110.
Yeah, we're going to be
What
reviewing that.
I mean,
video in
armed
just a moment,
robbery
to
suspects
see if
are
we
the
can
brightest,
highlight the area and see exactly,
brightest
what
bunch,
throughout
but
it. Looks now that,
I mean, come
this is
on,
a
man.
Grand Theft Auto pursuit. So my guess is that the car is part of the problem here. The car was stolen. At least what we're looking at right here. Traffic is a lot.
You know, I don't
The
expect
suspect has been on the 110.
Albert
freeway.
Einstein in the car, but
Long stretch
come
of time He
on.
was in the express lanes, got back into some traffic when he saw the possibility of a spike strip being deployed, and it looks like he's getting off the freeway. Is that right, Des?
Making the transition here. It looks
Is
like
he
they're
getting
doing,
off because he ditched the gun?
10, I believe, is where this is
He
going.
ditched the gun, so now maybe he's gonna try to get off the highway and lose the
this one.
cops.
So here we are over that very busy 110 interchange, and you can see just how
Dude, holy
brutal
traffic.
the
Yeah,
traffic
it's.
is in just about all directions.
What is it right now? It's 341 in Cali right now.
Westbound 10, north 110 to the westbound 10 towards the West LA area.
And you know, the thing is that there isn't going to be a wide open freeway at this
Not
time
at
of
this
day
hour.
in LA. And, you know, it's rare that they can use a spike strip or do a pit maneuver on a freeway. So this is
Here's the
certainly-
replay right
yes,
here, Amy. Let's take a
watch.
look if we can see what he.
That's a gun. That's a gun.
Desmond, we just
For sure, that's a gun.
Clearly, was thrown into the the brush there.
For sure, that's a gun. You see the way he was holding it? That is a gun.
Look at it and try to figure out what it was. I'm guessing it's not a cell phone.
No,
that was a gun.
Right out of that sunroof, and definitely something that they wanted to get rid of.
Yeah.
And we'll certainly, I'm sure, hear soon from police if they did in fact pick that item up.
That was definitely a gun.
We'll hear if they are able to identify what that item was. But again, this driver still, you know, not driving too fast.
I mean, he threw it out the sunroof too with the flag.
On the 10 right now. Again, this person has been sticking to the 110, but this time on the west side of the 10.
This guy is something else, man. What a piece of work this dude is.
Wider here than it going eastbound as people head back into the valley, San Gabriel.
This is live right now.
Downtown LA.
This is happening as we speak.
To the 405 freeway, we are going to see traffic pick up there as well, but very different. I mean, he made the wise choice here. He jumped on the 10 westbound, and we are seeing a lot less traffic of this robbery, grand theft auto suspect who has led police on a pursuit now for about 40 minutes or so, or 35 minutes or so.
Yeah, we're getting close to an hour soon here that they just have been refusing to pull over. And if you are just joining us, we are watching as this person, at least one person, we don't know if there's anyone else in that car that has been leading police on a pursuit. This person was involved in a robbery.
I still don't think this guy has any plan of what he's doing.
Sticking pretty close to the speed limit.
Because he got back on the highway.
Mike Rogers over at the desk. I know you've been checking some traffic maps and some other things.
His blicky is under the guardrail.
Yeah, I was listening to, I was looking at our next traffic maps and just, you know, even though we're going westbound, I mean, it is a lot more clear. It does kind of hang up as we get back towards the 405 though. So we'll see how that is, but yeah,
can't get away from the helicopter. We've seen people do it all the time.
Kind of doubled back.
You can definitely get away from them.
2 helicopters on this, and it looked like one of them
not with his strategy, but you could definitely do it.
So you know they'll have trailing officers. So the way LAPD sets up a pursuit,
people get away from them all the time. I actually don't think it's that hard to do. After watching so many of these,
those are the ones that are officially in the pursuit, lights and sirens. But then you'll also have additional units that are kind of trailing. They're not technically in it, but they're there in case it comes to an end. So likely what is happening is you had one of those trailing units stop and search the shoulder there for whatever threw out, because it was clear as day. I was playing the tape back here.
We've seen people, they get near airports, they go in parking garages or in underpasses.
So, you know, if we saw it, I'm sure LAPD saw it, the units behind them saw it. So somebody is trying to recover that weapon. And, you know, luckily,
if you drive fast enough, the police back off and then they go under an overpass and they run out, or they have a friend waiting in a car under an overpass and they get out and hop in another car and drive off in a different vehicle.
That's what we're, you know, talking about right now. And, you know, we were able to get the
We've seen all types of stuff.
The auto portion of this confirmed as well, which means the vehicle is stolen, which is one of the other reasons that they are not letting this go. Because if they knew who the registered owner was, if they knew who the suspect was, then there may have been some talk about, you know, leaving it or letting it go. But if they don't know who this person is, they think the car is stolen and they're robbery suspects, and we don't know the nature of the robbery either. I think that's why they're really not letting this go. And very interesting to me that they're not turning it over to CHP. Even if it's a robbery pursuit, I've definitely seen them turn it over to CHP pretty quick. So there's something about this that the LAPD wants it. They want to keep it. And you still have these.
Dude, this guy is getting passed by some dude in a Ford Explorer in a police chase.
Right, for the detectives with LAPD.
It depends. It depends on the circumstances. Robbery, homicide, RHU doesn't always.
This dude just got gapped by a Ford Explorer.
That's kind of the more serious ones. So the division could be handling it, or the bureau could be handling it.
CHP is California Highway Patrol.
Determine right now.
Wow.
Like, yeah, he's barely even moving. He's been going 40.
We can't see through that rear glass. Unless there's someone in the back, then it's just the driver of the vehicle. And they've closed the sunroof. And you can see kind of like they really wanted this. They really wanted this flag or banner or whatever to be sticking out of the window kind of off. But here we go. We are getting off the freeway now at Centinela. Busy West LA traffic, and we'll see what LAPD, what kind of tact they want to take for this as we get on to.
Oh, dude, look what this guy just drove into.
To southbound here onto Bundy Drive.
And of course, a pursuit like this, once it gets off the freeway,
This guy's going straight into
out
traffic.
there, people at intersections.
Oh.
We're looking at it right now.
Wrong side of the road.
Very aggressive.
Wait, is he going back on the highway?
And certainly makes it more dangerous.
He's going back on the highway.
Give those officers an opportunity to put down the spike strips or do that.
But he's going into. He went into traffic.
Side too, which is a super heavy side. You know, when Dez was able to get really tight in there, one of the things that I saw, the driver looks very agitated. You know, he sometimes doesn't even have his hand on the wheel. I'm wondering if he's on the phone. I thought that earlier, but he looks like he's having a conversation with someone.
I said it looked like he was on the phone earlier.
Hand movements and stuff like that. So, you know, it's always who knows what these guys are thinking when they're doing this. But
he's probably zooted on drugs right now.
This driver is calm. He definitely seemed agitated to me when we were able to look in the window.
Well, and it looks like if he stays in this lane, Mike, well, I was changing, of course. He would have been heading 405 northbound, heading in our direction, but he may be heading south now towards Long Beach. If he does continue this way, I'm guessing no matter what he chooses here is going to be a bad decision because look how much traffic is on the freeway at this hour.
They got to zoom out the camera a little bit. We need a little bit wider of a shot.
LA, the eastbound 10 out of Santa Monica towards downtown LA. So very odd what this suspect was. I have no idea what they were trying to accomplish, headed to Santa Monica and then doubling back on the 10. I mean,
But this guy doesn't even know what he's trying to accomplish. You can't figure out what he's trying to accomplish because he doesn't even know.
We're seeing now driving in the center divider, and you know, of course, right as I say that, then we start to see.
You can't know his moves if he doesn't even know his own moves.
They're not going 100 miles an hour. They're not zigging and zagging all over the place. So it's almost like they're not really making that serious of an attempt. Certainly not like we've seen with some of the other pursuits. And now, you know, intentionally getting into traffic. I'm sure when they were headed westbound, they saw all of the nasty eastbound traffic, you know, going the opposite direction. And now that suspect has put themselves right into this mess, into the center divider, where there could be all sorts of debris that could, you know, puncture a tire or something like that.
Yeah, like you could definitely get a flat driving
there you go.
on the side right there like that.
20, 30 miles an hour. They are sticking with this vehicle here as we squeeze through the 405 and slow ride back towards downtown.
Is that the carpool lane or is that the shoulder?
That's the shoulder, for sure.
It's just a shoulder. There's no carpool lanes, much to folks' chagrin. There's no carpool lanes on the Santa Monica freeway. The entire stretch from downtown through Santa Monica.
All right, well, that's good to know. And
is
a good reminder too, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And as Desmond was mentioning, this driver not going too fast, but just continuing this pursuit at this hour here. And just not too long ago, we did find out that it's wanted for a robbery, grand theft. So that car you're looking at right there is stolen. Not too long ago.
Wait, so did he stole the car with the flag on him? Or was the flag in the car that he stole?
Headed westbound on the 10 freeway into Santa Monica, and of course,
how did the flag end up here?
Off and head back west.
Did he go, I'm going to steal a car and hang a flag out the sunroof?
On the eastbound 10, he would have ended
like, what if he stole a car that didn't have a sunroof?
Lots of traffic there on a day like today, but
was this all his plan?
Pursuit of this suspect, as Mike was saying, it looked a little bit disheveled. He just kind of moving around a little bit, agitated, and whether or not he's
well, maybe it's his car and he did the armed robbery to steal the flag.
Pursuit, we don't know, but
and then he got in his car with the stolen flag.
This pursuit continues.
Yes, it's
maybe that's what happened.
Over an hour now. Des up in SkyCal giving us a closer look at this person. Again, the windows definitely have that dark tint on it, so it is hard to see what is or if anyone else is in that car, but we were able to see, they're parting the way there for them, a little bit, a little more aggressive, trying to get around all this traffic and picking up speed here. Again, this driver has been really, I mean, I hate to say it, on the calm side as far as driving, going the speed limit or under, not really doing a lot of aggressive lane changes or turns, but every now and again we notice that he does pick things up a little bit, gets a little more aggressive, and just so much traffic on this stretch of roadway right here. Had the chance to get
armed robbery
back on and almost seemed to drive
That's all we
into
know.
the high traffic area.
There's something on the road right there.
as perhaps he's going to get off again. Or watching.
Well,
Nope,
there was
nope.
a chance right there, yeah, Amy, but he didn't. All right, we are approaching the 4 o'clock.
Wait, there's
hour.
another chase? Wait, Link?
Is,
We got another one?
Here as we continue following this pursuit.
Link me.
Happening right now on the 10 freeway eastbound. This is a suspect wanted for the robbery of that Mercedes. We believe it is an E-Class. We have Mike Rogers at the desk. We have Desmond Shaw up in SkyCal watching this all unfold. And as you can see here, the driver hitting a lot heavier traffic, and right behind him, the LAPD.
And as we did mention, this person again mentioned that they were wanted for robbery.
Oh, this is
At one
the
point,
same,
you did
guys, it's
see
the
this
same
person
chase
throw
on
something
ABC
out of the
7.
sunroof. It did appear
It's the
like
same
right here on the right
chase.
side of your screen. Watch closely. The hand
Yep.
goes up, and it does appear that it could
George,
be a
thank you,
weapon
bro.
that they threw. Something.
It's the
certainly a
same
dark,
chase.
heavy object that went quite some distance. But that has really been the majority of the activity that we've seen from this car. Again, this has been going on a little over an hour now. Robbery and grand theft auto.
All right, get him right now. He's going 12 miles an
Most
hour.
of the time on the freeways, the 110 now on.
Just
the
get him right here.
But has really been avoiding the surface streets, which we know can be more dangerous, but it also gives officers an opportunity to put out spike strips.
He's stopping. Is he out of gas?
It looks like they've just stopped. Other cars are also stopped. Doors opening.
Oh.
And
Wait.
let's see if he's going to stay stopped. Nope. Looks like.
Get him right now. Dude, get him right now. What are you doing? Just boost on him. What are you
He
doing?
hasn't done that before.
No.
Bro, he's crawling. Yeah, box him in. Get the...
That's the first time we've seen LAPD with
Oh my God, what are we doing, man? What are we doing? He's literally a snail right now.
CHP and CHP would have taken it. I feel like CHP would have probably done a pit maneuver on the freeway.
Bro, he's a snail. CHP would have fucked this dude up by now. CHP doesn't fuck
I
around.
mean, look at how much wide open kind of roadway there is here.
A lot of cars on the side
some
there
point.
too.
Yeah, it really, could be a good opportunity for that, but it's not going to happen with this unit that is in front, and I don't think LAPD would do it anyway. But you can see there's no push bar on the front of that cruiser right there, which is what they pretty much always have if they're, going to attempt something like that, so that they don't, cause a lot of damage to their own vehicle. But yeah, kind of weird there. Coming to a stop there just for a moment, but here now the window down again, and look at this guy. It almost seems like
He's throwing more shit out.
They just threw. I couldn't tell what that. It might have almost just looked like a plastic wrapper or something.
Was he reading a magazine?
That looks like a Thomas guide. Wow.
What is he throwing?
As well. It looked to me. It looked to me like a Thomas guide.
Yo, this guy doesn't care about the fucking turtles. This guy.
The side of the car trying to find what we don't know there. Something, and then
This guy.
out looking agitated.
What is he doing, bro? He's littering.
Aggressively trying to get something. We're watching a little closer.
Dude, what the fuck is this guy doing?
Yeah, and you know what sucks?
What? What is he doing?
Oh my gosh.
No!
Is he getting into the back seat?
He's going in the back seat.
Totally. Yeah, I mean, insanely distracted. I mean, we all live in LA, and we see distracted drivers every day. But
This guy needs Tesla autopilot doing that, man. What the fuck is he doing?
Extremely dangerous. Amazing he hasn't crashed into somebody.
What
Got something else in their hand here. But whatever that was, they saw it. They didn't like it. They ripped it up and threw it out the window. So I don't know if this driver having some sort of mental breakdown.
Look, more shit. Is he gonna yeet it?
Or something, but
Driver's
just
manual?
a ton of distraction going on with this person here.
This isn't even his car, right? So the things that are in this probably aren't his either.
Exactly.
So he's rifling through someone else's stuff, and then presumably, and then who knows what he's looking for.
What is he getting so mad about?
I don't know what, but it was kind of weird. Yeah, he threw it out, and this likely isn't even his things. As we've been talking, you have that same unit from the LAPD, that 77th unit that is right there. We have gone through Gosh, I think like 5 or 6 different divisions of the LAPD so far, and they have not swapped out that unit. The 77th station has stayed with it. If they wanted to bring in,
Wait, that's the same guy that's been following him this whole time?
They certainly could have done that by now. They definitely could have made that choice to swap out those cars and to do that. So my guess is
that the lead unit's been the same one the whole time.
That they've decided possibly that they think this
usually they swap them out.
Of the crime, they're worried that they could put officers at risk,
especially with these like long, slow chases. I've seen them swap out the lead car a lot, so they have like a fresh guy on it.
It's hard to tell exactly what the conversations are with LAPD's command staff that are, obviously.
That dude must be so bored.
Usually the most rare vehicle in a pursuit package is the sergeant.
My man must be snoozing behind the wheel right now, following this guy.
And the watch commander of the station will make the ultimate call on what goes on and what happens here. And again, depending on the want, you could have detectives involved in this if this was something that they had been looking for this person for a little while, or if this was just a fresh stolen vehicle and robbery, which we kind of think that it is. So there's a lot of different factors in play here, but I think the fact that the LAPD has not swapped out any of their units that are in this, have not requested CHP, I think those are all very conscious decisions by the department.
And they probably wouldn't do it in such heavy traffic, and also based on the agitation that we've seen of the driver, and it looks here we're getting off the freeway, Des.
We are getting off of the freeway, and we also want to show our viewers this again.
This is where he eats the gun.
When it looks as though that suspect, you saw it right there. We're still waiting for confirmation. It did appear to be a weapon, but we cannot say for certain. We're also showing you some other video here where that person seemed to get a little agitated, started rummaging through items in this car. Again, this is a stolen car, so they're rummaging through notebooks or books, throwing them out of the window. But the big concern.
Wait, he stopped.
That,
go the other camera. He stopped.
That dark, heavy object that they threw out. We're watching now as the car is stopped there briefly, getting off of the 10.
At Crenshaw Boulevard, it looks.
All right, what are they doing?
Desmond, he kind of stopped. What? Any guess why he did that? Is there anything ahead? Is he trying to figure out straight, left, right, or what to do here?
No, it's weird.
What are you doing?
What was that? Just toss something to that guy.
To that guy's face.
Interesting. That was very interesting.
Oh, I wonder.
Boy,
that was something.
Go ahead, Amy.
Yes,
wow.
yes. And I'm wondering if another cruiser went after that guy.
Somebody, tell me somebody went after that other guy.
And I think that's a
somebody.
Are they planning something? Now he's spinning back around.
Wait, is he?
What
the fuck is he doing?
Freeway, but we have to hope that there was an officer that is with that person who did, in fact, catch some item that was thrown out. Hopefully we can.
The plot thickens is right, dude.
There was someone that was standing at the intersection. You see him there in the white shirt.
Wow, he did catch something.
He catches it, and then he just walks right off unsuspectingly there.
No one turned left.
An officer saw that and is checking it.
Oh, now this guy is flying.
Did in fact catch.
He caught it and he just turned around very nonchalantly. So maybe when he was on the phone, he was on the phone with this guy. We do see something new every day with Lee's pursuits, huh, Desmond?
Now this guy's. I think he's gonna start boosting now.
This pursuit has suddenly changed.
When he's on the he's on the sidewalk.
Now up onto the sidewalk to get around traffic.
He's on. Yeah. Now he's getting crazy. Whatever he threw, he's juicing. Oh shit!
Sidewalk briefly to evade authorities in extremely heavy traffic here on Crenshaw again.
Oh, now it's on.
Time of the day, and now all of a sudden this has gotten very dangerous for folks that are just trying to get home for the afternoon. So how is LAPD going to respond now that the suspect all of a sudden on the wrong side of the road got up to 65 miles an hour there briefly on Crenshaw Boulevard?
Wait, what the fuck is he doing?
A little more information from Mike Rogers.
The doors are opening
desk,
here. And he's taking off again. He's trying to, at least. There's a lot of traffic there. He's trying to zigzag around these cars.
What the fuck is going on?
Because you've got so much traffic on this stretch of roadway.
Oh, yeah! Let's go, baby! Block him in! Let's go! Yeah! That's my dude! Yeah! Let's go!
Not at all.
That's my guy! Yeah! What a fucking Chad!
A good Samaritan.
Let's go!
Here,
That's my guy right there!
Tell that person to get out out of their vehicle and
Yo, give that guy a fucking medal.
Yeah, absolutely.
What a guy.
You know, the good news, the hands are out the window, and it seems like that suspect just wanted to ditch whatever that was. That looked
Yo,
like
that guy
maneuver there, a handoff off of the freeway, and then tried to take off right after handing whatever that was off.
That's what we were talking about. That's what we needed.
Looked to be content to finally surrender to LAPD here.
Looks like the guy in the pickup truck just stepped away.
He got out. The guy in the pickup just got out.
Yeah, looks like he stepped away.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this guy coming out.
Wait, his pants falling down? Look at this, bro. He looks like a.
Mike, would they have asked him to come out the window like that?
If he couldn't open the door,
He looks like a seal.
open the door, they will. Not
He's a fucking seal right now. Look at this guy. Look at him, bro. He's got. He's got his whole ass hanging.
LAPD. So it was a witnessed crime that the LAPD.
Look at this.
Here's where we are. I'm curious to know if they got that other guy in custody.
I can't.
I think his pants are caught on.
He's stuck. He's stuck on the window.
You saw that, Desmond? How he lifted his hands up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know a little bit of gymnastics here. I don't want to assume
He's stuck on the window.
clothing
Comes off.
Bro.
slip off of his waistband here, but yeah, kind of a slightly comical ending to this. It was, they should have just been able to open the door and come out. But,
He's trying to keep his hands up, but he's stuck in the window.
now, doing a little bit of gymnastics.
Yes, yes.
He-
The truck certainly stopped
Look at-
his car. This
Bro.
is, of course, not what any officer wants you to do.
I
Not
can't.
involved in a pursuit like this.
I think he's actually stuck.
Finding out that this is not a safe way
Dude,
to
he's
go.
stuck on
It's
something.
very interesting to, find out what item was thrown to that person. Clearly, they were planning. It looked very planned.
He can't
And,
get
the
out.
person was able to. We're going to try to show that to you as well, but.
We're going to
on the right
start
side.
here where things got interesting right this afternoon. First, that gun toss. We're assuming
Dude.
it was a gun toss. The suspect wanted for robbery,
I
grand theft
can't.
auto pursuit. Then this bit of video here where he starts to grab things from the back seat of the car.
No. Go back. No.
Almost, a borderline dangerous position because
I got you.
We are in a very populated area. We're in the middle of the Mid-City neighborhood, in the middle of Crenshaw Boulevard. There's apartments
I got
and
you.
homes on both sides
Bro,
of the roadway.
he's got
Hard to
the
tell what
whole-
those, what the suspect may have
His
done
whole
in
ass
front of
crack
him,
is
but
hanging
it
out.
does appear to be stuck. So definitely an almost embarrassing situation for this suspect to be. LAPD working on
Oh
what
my
their plan is going
God.
to be. I thought for a moment
Dude,
we were gonna use that car on the
they
right
have an
side of the
armed
shield
suspect
close to
stuck.
the suspect and help him that way, but it looks like they're going to continue issuing commands to the suspect and hopefully getting him to exit the vehicle in a proper manner, or at least find a way to
His pants are down.
help him crawl out of the vehicle some other way.
Yo, his foot is out the sunroof.
Here he is coming through. He's
Oh
making
my! I've never seen. Oh, he did that. He did that.
It does appear,
He's doing gymnastics.
It's highly unusual. It does appear that this suspect may be under the influence of something because this is just not normal behavior.
Well,
He's
all of it.
rolling out of the vehicle, crawling on the floor, and LAPD just has to deal with it. They're going to continue issuing commands with him, and we can only hope that very shortly here.
Oh my
Take
God!
the suspect into custody.
Look, the best possible thing.
There's no way.
So
Here those
there is
officers
that.
come. They're going to clear the vehicle. They're going to
Yeah.
make sure that no one else or nothing else of a dangerous capacity is in and around the vehicle. They're going to open the trunk, and now they're moving in from their vehicles towards the suspect, and they're going to grab one arm, they're going to grab the other arm, slap the cuffs on, and bring this to a conclusion. We're just glad from how erratically this pursuit got at the very end. We're just glad nobody else was hurt except for maybe this suspect getting.
I want to know what he threw out of the car before.
No doubt about it.
Oh, he dropped
again,
something.
We're happy to see this come to an end, especially by the way that the suspects certainly changed their driving.
Oh, he's yelling at them.
Really agitated right
Look at
now.
him, he's yelling.
At the officers. We don't know what he's saying, but again, it really changed, going very, within the speed limit on the freeway, and then just
We were all concerned it was really going to escalate further and someone would be hurt.
Scary.
He's pissed.
We believe that there was contact with another vehicle. Gabe Santos and Air 7 HD, thank you so much for your coverage of this. And Bruce Thomas, as always, thank you for your insight.
All right, well, now we're going to be moving on for more news right now at 4 o'clock. Other news, all eyes are on.
Well, that was a hell of a something.
That's a daddy.
What an ending that was.
Look at the veins. What the fuck?